Go for it with new Gagaga cards in Duelist Advance. Now, this is probably my worst nightmare coming through, not gameplay wise, but more so name wise, with like card guesser and everything in mind. Like these cards, I'm never going to be able to guess these cards in card guesser, because I do not know how you tell a Zubababa card from a Gagaga card and a Gogogo and a Dododo. Personally, this is probably the weirdest naming convention we have in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know who thought it'd be a good idea to create cards like that, and then just go with, like, they just went with it. Like I cannot imagine what the meeting looked like where they presented these cards and then everyone in the room was like, yeah, dude, we got to do that, you know? Like they were like, we got it, the Zubababa and the Gagaga and Gogogo and Dododo. Like I cannot imagine anyways, gameplay wise, I don't have much experience with these cards because they have never really been meta relevant. The only thing that I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of these guys is like, weren't these guys used in like a bunch of weird stuff? Like, I mean, I know they had Utopic Zexal for a turn skip, but also isn't this the deck that like tries to make Utopia and give it a whole bunch of like spell negations and stuff like that? Right? Which is like, it's never been a, I wouldn't say it's a good deck, but I guess it could potentially be okay at some point. But anyway, let's just read these new cards. I will say I'm not gonna know every single other card in the archetype that these make sense with, but like I'll probably remember some. We've got Zubababa Knight, which if you asked me yesterday, I would have sworn that card already existed, but I think what I'm thinking of is Zubaba Knight. So they've added a ba, I think. Right? So like they've made Zubababa Knight now, which is different than Zubaba Knight for sure. Warrior effect, Earth level 3, 1600 attack, 900 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Add a Zubaba monster from your deck to your hand, except Zubababa Knight, and if you do, this card's level becomes that monster's. Destroy one opponent's level 4 or lower defense position monster. If this card is detached to activate an Xyz monster's effect, you can add a Gagaga monster from your deck to your hand. So right off the bat, this does feel like a good card to me. But it does depend, of course, on the context of the deck. But like, this is just one card, add 2 cards from your deck to your hand. Like you'll summon it, you'll add, you'll make an Xyz, you'll detach it, and then you'll get another add. That seems good to me. I don't know how good it is to search a Zubababa monster and a Gagaga monster, but like the concept of this card is good, you know? Like I don't know exactly how good it is in this deck, but it's a good card. Gagaga Ganbara Knight, which is a level 4 light warrior. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. You can reveal a Gagaga monster in your extra deck, special summon this card from your hand, then you can apply one of these effects. Special another Gagaga monster from your hand, or change the battle position of a monster on the field. If this card is detached to activate an Xyz monster's effect, you can add a Gogogo monster from your deck to your hand. This seems also like a good card for rank 4 spam. I once again do not know what kind of other targets you would have for Gogogo monsters. But like a level 4 that you can just special summon from your hand by revealing a Gagaga in your extra deck. And then you would make an Xyz with it, detach it, and then add another monster from deck to the hand. It seems like at the very minimum, if there's another like good target for Gogogos, this could just be like a sub-engine in other rank 4 centric decks, you know? Dododo Dwarf Gogogoglove is your go-to. No, I refuse. That is not my go-to. You can't tell me what my go-to is. My go-to ain't no Dwarf Dododo gloves. No. Anyways, solid card. Not as good as the first one, but solid card. Maybe in some instances even better because it is an extender. Oh, I know Goblinberg. But last time I checked, Goblinberg did not have 4 goes in its name. All right, go Goblinberg. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. When this card's normal summoned, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. Also, special summon a non-warrior Go monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then, if this card's in attack position, change it to defense position. If this card is detached to activate a monster effect, you can add a Dododo monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, this is another really good card. It locks you into Xyz, which is good, I think, because this is the most powerful so far. So I am very glad that it does lock you into Xyz, because I think that'd be a little ridiculous if it didn't. Yeah, this is like, you guys are comparing, this does look like another relatively generic rank 4 spam deck, right? Which I guess is no surprise, because this archetype is supposed to be that, right? But this is a pretty good card for doing that. Okay, so which one of these was Dododo? Nothing here was Dododo. You guys are gonna tell me that I'm supposed to search Dododo Dwarf Gloves with this, right? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Go look it up. No, I'm not gonna go look it up right now. These cards come out in like months. Even if I look up what Dwarf Dododo Gloves does right now, I'm not gonna remember that. This seems like a very good card though. All right, we got a level 6 here. That seems like out of the ordinary for this deck. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can send a Dododo monster from your deck to the graveyard. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. Also special summon this card, except Xyz. Also special summon this card from your hand, but its level it becomes 4. And its attack becomes 1800. If this card is detached to activate an Xyz monster's effect, you can add a Zubababa monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So this is... this is Dododo Circular. I guess the power level of this card definitely depends on if there is a Dododo monster that has a good graveyard effect, which I'm sure you guys are gonna tell me in a split second, because these on this page don't. There's no Dododo monster here. Do any of the like existing Dododos have like a crazy effect in the graveyard? Is basically what I'm asking is is there a Dododo Sigma to this Dododo Circular? There is some cook. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. We're looking up Dododo gloves, dude. I can't believe we're doing this. All right. Dododo Dwarf Gogogoglove. During your main phase, you can special a Zubaba or Gagaga monster from your hand. If you control a Gogogo or Dododo monster except Dododo Dwarf Gogogoglove, while this card is in your grave, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Dododo Dwarf Gogogoglove once per turn. Okay, so this is a one. This card is broken then. This card is broken. The only balancing factor for this archetype, I feel like, is that every single player who's going to play this archetype will have to write a deck list, which I think is a huge turnoff factor, right? So like, I feel like the popularity of this archetype has to be capped from the beginning, right? Because like, you gotta know if you enter a like sanctioned Yu-Gi-Oh event, you have to submit a deck list. So I feel like that makes it almost like borderline unplayable. Jokes aside, this is pretty powerful, right? Like, you're gonna special this by sending this from your deck to the graveyard. This just comes back. Both of them are level 4. You make a rank 4 exceed, and then you detach this thing, and it adds you a Zubababa monster from your deck to your hand without even normal summoning. Nothing here requires a normal summon, right? It's digital now. Get with the times, old man. Even when it's digital, do you know how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be to build this deck on Neuron? I don't look. There's going to be people who will put Zubababa Knight into their deck instead of Zubababa Knight online. I know that's going to happen. Are you trying to tell me that's not going to happen? You're trying to tell me no one is going to put the wrong Zubaba card or the wrong Gogogo Gagaga thing into their deck? 100%. Anyways. So what is the Zubaba that you search? I guess this one. Yeah. No, this is good. I don't know if the deck is going to be good enough, but these cards are powerful. Okay. We have... Oh, no, not another Zexal. Oh, no. Please don't skip turns. Please don't skip turns. Future number 0, number F0, Utopic Future Zexal. 2 Xyz monsters with the same rank. This card's rank is treated as 1. Gains attack and defense equal to the total ranks of all Xyz you control and in your opponent's graveyard, times 500. Your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks, except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, quick effect, you can detach a material from this card, take control of a monster your opponent controls. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Okay, thank God. This card, I'm a little surprised. I'm a little shocked, I may say. This card does not skip the opponent's turn, and it also does not have an Omni negate. And it actually feels like a kind of fun interactive card, because it is basically a it steals a card, and that's all it does. I mean, yes, it protects from targeting the other stuff, but that's fine because you can target itself. So that's not going to be the end of the world. It's not a bad card by any means, but it's just like fine, you know, like it's cool. That's good. All right, we've got Gagaga Girl, another card that I would have sworn, if you asked me yesterday, does Gagaga Girl exist? I would have said yes, that already exists, but apparently it didn't. Rank 4 Dark Spellcaster Xyz effect. 2 level 4s. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card has a... Oh my god. If this card has a Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and or Dododo card as material, you can detach a material from this card to add a Gagaga, Onomato, or XYZ card from your deck to your hand. An Utopic Future Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. If this card is Xyz summoned, activate this effect. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Okay, I gotta reread the first one without reading it out loud because I did not pay attention. Detach. Okay, so the secondary effect feels not very relevant, but it seems like the kind of thing that you would make. Wait, it searches rank up. Don't know, it doesn't say rank up anywhere, but there probably is a rank up somewhere with those terms, because there's a rank up for anything, bro. I mean, this seems like a good rank 4 to go into, to detach your other stuff to get the effect and so on and so forth. Okay. And then we have a new version of Heroic Champion Excalibur. We've got Magnum Excalibur. All right. 2 level 4 warriors. Oh, this one was generic. This one is not. If this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calc, you can detach 2 materials from this card. This card's current attack becomes doubled during damage calculation only. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one other face-up monster you control. Equip this card you control to that target as an equip spell that makes it gain 2000 attack. You can banish this card from your grave, shuffle 3 warriors from your graveyard into the deck. Okay, this card's kind of ass. Right? This card is genuinely just disappointing, right? It just does nothing. This card I think would probably see play like in 2013-14, but not after that. Gagaga Hope Tactics. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Utopia or Utopic Xyz monsters you control whose original attribute is light cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. You can declare a level from 1 to 12 and target 2 face-up monsters you control, including a Gagaga monster. Their levels become the declare level. Okay, so you can basically make any exceed you want with that. That's pretty interesting. If you Xyz summon a Utopia or Utopic monster whose original attribute is light, you can target a card your opponent controls. Right? So this is kind of, it's kind of an interesting card. At the same time, it is one of those classic cards that like does nothing on its own, literally zero. Like this is the kind of thing that like you can only use this card if you can already combo, if you can already play the game. So it's kind of like, doesn't Utopia also have a card that's like completely ridiculous? Like you draw a card every time you summon a Utopia or something like that, right? Yeah. So like that's basically what this is, but like I feel like this is slightly worse, right? I mean, it's got to be better to draw a card every time you make a Utopia. That's a crazy ability, right? So would you really play multiples of these kind of cards? I guess if there is really some Exceed that you really want to make in that deck, but you just can't get the levels for it, then maybe you would. It's bad, but it can help you hard make Varudras and Zeus. See, yes. I guess what... Two things, right? Two questions. First question, if your deck is already popping off, does it matter that you can make Zeus or Varudras? Shouldn't your deck already be good enough with its own tools? Like, and then the second question, if your deck isn't good enough, if it doesn't make Varudras with the help of this card, then maybe the deck just isn't good altogether if it needs this kind of card. To summon an Omni negate. I don't know. But maybe there's like maybe there's a line where you can search this card very early and then make a very early negate to play around in the Biru or something like that. But I don't think this card will ever be more than a searchable one-off, right? Because you can search it. What was there was something that searched a Gagaga card. This one. Right? This one can search a Gagaga card. So maybe like your first Exceed, you make this one. You add this and then you make an Omni or something. I don't know. But yeah. Due to it being highly searchable, I could see it being a one-off. But honestly, a kind of deck that plays these sort of cards, it's going to be very frustrating because you're going to draw them a lot when you're not able to play. And they're definitely not going to help you go second as well if you draw these kind of cards. But okay. Xyz Unbreakable Barrier. Okay, this sounds like the most Omni negate card ever. Counter Trap. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated and you control an Xyz monster, negate the activation. Then you can detach 2 materials from your monster, then destroy a card on the field. Okay, so there you go. That's your Varudras. That's your Varudras. You can banish this card from your grave, then target an Xyz you control, attach a light Utopia or Utopic Xyz from your grave to it as the Xyz armor cards can search this, by the way. Oh. Wait, that's probably the best thing about this card then. I mean, honestly, these new cards don't seem bad to me. So like there is a chance that this stuff is a viable deck, you know, at some point. Because it doesn't have to be, you don't have to play it as like a Utopia kind of deck, right? You could play these cards as just like a rank 4 spam tool. You know, like you could, these cards are going to come out in a bunch of, like in a long time from now. So like it might not be a thing anymore, but like you could play these in Ryzeal, for example, as a rank 4 engine. You know, like it wouldn't be impossible to do that. So these cards, they don't have to necessarily go into a dedicated... what do you call a deck like that? What is it? Utopia? Do you call it Utopia? There's no way I'm calling it Gagaga Dododo Zubababa Knight deck, right? Like, what is it? Onomat? Onomat. Okay. It's called Onomats. Cool. These cards don't have to go into a dedicated Onomat deck to be good, right? They have good synergy with all kinds of rank 4 decks. But then also, this card on its own, even if the other cards end up being completely unplayable, the fact that you can search this card with the Armor Shark stuff, right? Hold up. Torpedo, Shark Fortress, whatever there's... I don't know what they're called, dude. I'm not gonna find it. What's the one that searches? Is it the rank 4 that searches? This one, right? This engine, right? So this engine has been used, I would say, a fair amount. Not much. Like, it wasn't part of a top tier deck. Wait. You lied! Oh my god, you lied. It searches armored Xyz, not Xyz. I've been lied to. Okay. That honestly, that's good though. That I was concerned about that for a second, because that would have actually been pretty good. Because then you could have basically turned any rank 3 or 4 or 5 into an Omni negate. Right? That any rank 3, 4, 5, you have an Omni negate. That would have been very concerning. But okay, good. We've been lied to, but I'm not mad about it because it's better that way. It's better that way. Because that would have been kind of concerning. Okay, good. Calm down. Calm down. It searches armored Xyz and not just Xyz. Still, these cards are not bad. These cards are not bad. Whether Onomat rank 4 spam is going to be a thing remains to be seen. Because what I'm thinking here is like, okay, in terms of the support, this is an educated guess because I haven't played this deck much and I haven't played against it super often. I have played against it a couple times on like Master Duel, where people would do the whole, they would do a whole bunch of Xyz summoning and they would use like the ZW cards and all that kind of stuff to like give their Xyz monsters like spell trap negates or something like that, and they would also make like F0, like Drago Future, whatever, Draco Future. I felt like that deck was already somewhat scary if it goes first, right? Nothing too crazy, of course, but like not bad. And these cards, I feel like they do a pretty good job at helping that deck out, because that deck I feel like could need some more main deck consistency, and not like more crazy endboard pieces or floodgates, right? What you're getting here is, yeah, you get an Omni negate trap, which is always powerful, and you get this thing, which is a new endboard piece, but also nothing too crazy. So like they haven't added much in terms of endboard or whatever, in terms of ceiling to the deck, but they're adding a whole bunch of like consistency, extenders, starters kind of deal, right? Which I think is pretty relevant to this sort of deck. So we'll see if that actually ends up playing a role once these cards come out. What is Duelist Advance? Is Duelist Advance like a side set, or is that the next main set after Alliance Insight? The next core set. Dude, they are crazy with revealing info in the OCG, I feel like. I feel like they just released Alliance Insight. What is that, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago? And they're already dropping the cards for the next one. It feels so fast how they're dropping these new cards, dude. Just in terms of reveals, like we just got the other set. Okay. I don't know, I like it. No, I'm not complaining about it. It's just something that I realize sometimes. It's like, didn't we just get a new set? We're already getting info about the new card. I like getting info early.